picked up the towel and dropped it because I don't know what the fuck it is, man. I had bad vision.
Where's it at?
Go right there. Look right, there's a bucket when it's all on it.
This was the exact point law enforcement grasped the unsettling truth. A head rested inside a bucket within the confines of the crime scene. Yet, their awareness was limited, for they could not anticipate the growing, ghastly nature of the entire situation. On the 23rd day of February 2023, the police ventured into the apartment of the alleged murderer, Taylor Schabusiness. It was here that they swiftly uncovered a chilling reality. Taylor was not merely afflicted by insanity, but had descended into the depths of full-fledged psychopathy.
Is this blood? Does this look like blood to you? Or am I just tripping? Bloody footprint? You see this right here?
Could possibly be blood.
You have one more for your wrist. Just put your hands behind your back, please.
Anybody else in your apartment?
You got blood on your hands here, too.
Executing a search of Taylor's premises under a lawful warrant, the police stumbled upon bloody footprints adjacent to her vehicle and unmistakable traces of blood staining her hands. Yet, their investigation led them further into Taylor's apartment. Here, a grim and twisted fate awaited them. The very object of their initial call, a human head enclosed within a bucket, came into view. Shockingly, it was the victim's own mother who first laid eyes on this horrifying scene. Waste no time, they swiftly took Taylor into custody, ushering in what would undoubtedly become one of the most haunting and intense interrogations ever witnessed.
A few hours ago, police were dispatched to an address on Stony Brook to the parents' house of Shad Tyrion. Do you know Shad? And how do you know Shad?
He's my ex.
He's your ex-boyfriend?
Yeah.
Well, they found a kind of disturbing stuff at the house there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of blood. Basically Shad's head.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, it's pretty fucked up.
Right off the bat, you can tell that Taylor isn't letting any emotion crack through her exterior. Her face is like a stone-cold detached mask. It's almost eerie how unfazed she is, not even a flinch in response to the grisliest details of the case. She manages to mutter a chillingly nonchalant, "That's fucked up," when confronted with the severed head. It's a classic move. Some psychopaths revel in talking about their own heinous acts, finding some sick self-satisfaction in it. But with Taylor, we're merely scratching the surface of her insanity. The rabbit hole goes much deeper, and it's bound to get darker.
Tell me what happened.
It's a good question, because I blacked out during that time.
Were you two being intimate, having sex?
It was getting there.
Just getting there. Okay. So will this be considered foreplay?
Yeah. Yeah, it was. And then, I don't know. And then, I just didn't stop. I don't know why. I didn't stop.
You guys done something like this in the past? Do you use manual strangulation during sex at all? Is Shad like that?
A manual strangulation, yes.
According to Taylor's account, she and Shad were sharing an intimate moment that night. She explains that they had engaged in using a dog chain for choking before, suggesting it wasn't an uncommon practice for them. However, on that particular evening, something took a twisted turn. Taylor admits that she pushed it further than ever, nearly ending his life in the process. In her testimony, she also discloses that she had consumed meth that night, a detail that could have played a significant role in the nightmarish sequence of events that unfolded afterward.
How did you dismember his body?
Knives.
With what?
Knives.
Knives? Just more than one knife? Where'd you get those from?
Kitchen. So I couldn't find mine and I wasn't sharp enough.
You weren't sharp?
No. It was alright. Bread knife works good.
Bread knife?
A bread knife works good, yeah.
Really?
I had to use what I had to use, so yeah. I got lazy last night, so.
Where would these knives be now?
They were in They're in with all the organs and all the body parts.
And where was that?
In the black bag. It's in the black bag of,
In the basement?
it's in the basement. They're all in the basement. I never left the basement. I just went up the stairs.
As the details emerge, it becomes shockingly clear that Taylor's actions extended beyond just choking and beheading Shad. She went to the horrific lengths of dismembering various parts of his body, concealing them in different corners of the apartment. The mere contemplation of this notion is chilling, but the intricacies of how she executed such gruesome acts paint an even more disturbing picture.
So when did you realize that Shad was not alive anymore?
You know, his face turned purple. He was coughing up blood and he was pissing.
He was pissing himself. His face was all purple.
I still didn't stop. I don't know what's going on. I don't know. Blood and then
So his blood was coming out of his
I kept on
mouth?
feeling his heartbeat. Hearing his heartbeat.
I'm sorry?
Hearing his heartbeat start.
Okay. Did you hear it stop?
No. Heartbeat. No.
So then after you realized he was no longer, he was dead, his face was purple, he said his blood was going out of his mouth, what'd you do?
Clean him up a little bit. And then, I just played with him.
No, you said play with him, what do you mean?
Play with his dick.
Okay.
Like I put him up over the bed, and then suck with it.
Okay. So then you had sex with him?
Yes. And I had a dildo.
Okay.
I played with him too.
What'd you do with the
And
dildo?
I just cuddled him and I hugged him.
What'd you do with the dildo?
I put it in his mouth, put it in his bed.
After he was dead, she still proceeded to violate him for her own sexual fantasies by using sexual objects to put inside of his bloody mouth and rear end. Any human that can kill their loved one and carry out a crime like this is mentally insane.
The bucket?
Yeah. Well, I drained his head. Well, like, after I covered his blood, I put it in the bucket, but then there's still blood in this bucket because it's coming out of the head. Should have took the brains out, but I didn't do that either. And then
So you cleaned his head in the shower and then dumped the bucket?
I should have cleaned his head in the shower. I should have polished it up, but yeah.
Okay.
I like that.
And what did you use to smell that? How do you mean?
The knives.
The knives.
Taylor's unsettling comfort with the acts of dismembering and beheading her former partner is compounded by the disturbing revelation that she seemed unfazed by draining and cleansing his head, potentially even extracting his brain. The motive behind her actions remains elusive and perplexing at this juncture, casting a shadow of confusion over the entire scenario. Considering that she had already concealed the other remains, the logic would dictate that if her intention was to cover up the crime, she should have disposed of the head as well. Yet the situation delves into a realm much deeper than mere concealment. The detective grappling with the case is driven by an urgent need to unravel the layers underlying Taylor's actions, sensing that there's a far more complex and unsettling truth waiting to be unveiled. Taylor's narrative unfolds with a chilling sequence of events. After returning home with Shad, she rapidly seizes a chain and initiates choking him. However, her recollection becomes blurry as she claims to have blacked out, only to regain consciousness with Shad lifeless before her. What's truly disturbing is that despite not desiring his death, she refrains from calling for help. Instead, she proceeds to dismember his body, engage with his remains, and even shares a laugh about it with the police. These actions hardly align with those of an innocent person, a sentiment echoed by the detectives handling the case. Swiftly advancing to trial, Taylor's unsettling demeanor continues to underscore her deeply unsettling nature. This becomes evident as Shad's closest friend testifies before the court.
When I got there, we were just chilling, chopping it up, like how we always do. And basically, I was like, Taylor was asking like, do you wanna hang out with Shad? She was asking me like for consent to hang out with Shad, to bring him over, and I was like, yeah, that's fine, it's cool.
Throughout the trial, this pattern of behavior persisted. Taylor's demeanor remained unsettling as she continuously smiled, smirked, and even laughed her way through the proceedings. Regrettably for her, this demeanor failed to make a positive impression on the jury, a fact she would soon come to realize during the delivery of the verdict. The initial verdict stands as follows. Taylor Schabusiness was convicted of first-degree murder, corpse mutilation, and sexual assault. At the time of uploading this video, she awaits her sentencing, which could result in life imprisonment or even the death penalty. If you enjoy true crime content like this, be sure to subscribe for more updates.